Hi, you are listening to The Integral Being with Irina Childs, author, leader, and educator, and the founder of Integral Studies Academy. This is the educational podcast that brings together spirituality and leadership, science and art, creativity, yoga, and innovation. Thank you for listening in. It's a podcast for people wanting to learn how to reach the peak of human potential and live the integral, happy life that you are born to live. I'm delighted to share with you the steps to take you there, as well as clear strategies and esoteric knowledge that can support your everyday life and work by transforming your perspective, taking you from unanswered questions to clarity, from a multitude of opinions to wisdom and unifying reality. In the previous podcast, I have spoken about the 7 mysterious layers of consciousness that exist inside every human being. In this episode, I'm going to start looking at the first layer of consciousness. And I will continue by saying that the predominant center of consciousness that is most active in someone's being can give a person a certain perspective in life, certain qualities and tune of life. And this is in direct correlation with the certain level of inner development, a spiritual maturity, a level of intelligence, and capacity to be empathic, loving, and so on. These are unique combinations and depend on the way we have activated and energized our centers or chakras inside our being. Chakras are also mysterious focal points where the astral universe or the realm of dreams and the physical universe intertwine. This is also where some emotional and mental psychological phenomena takes place. These power centers, the chakras, are also fundamentally connected with the 5 fundamental energies of the godly manifestation. We will start now with delving into the first layer called Muladhara Chakra, based at the base of the spine in the perineum area, and it is connected with the element of earth, being in continuous process of occult resonance with the energy of the subtle energy of earth, the Prithvi Tattva. Known also as the seat of the fundamental gigantic energy Kundalini Shakti, the root chakra is where the dormant Kundalini energy rests, wrapped around the 4-petal lotus, just waiting to be awakened. The word Kundalini is derived from the Sanskrit word kundal, meaning coiled up. The fundamental energy, Kundalini Shakti, is generally viewed as an essential potentiality of our own being, which, upon awakening through adequate yoga practices that are safe, opens us to a cosmic, non-personal dimension of life. Spiritual realization and spiritual growth results from the transformations that its fundamental energy produces in our being through the layers of consciousness. Returning to the root chakra, this is the first and a very important center of our being, also considered the foundation of life, and like a tree needs to have a very deep root in order to grow tall. In the same way, the vitality of a being is rooted also at this level, and it is important that we look after it. If we make an analogy with Abraham Maslow's pyramid of needs, this is the first layer of the pyramid, and the psychological needs that are met here are all the physical needs of safety, food, shelter, survival, and everyday financial stability. This harmonious energy at this level will show up in life, and it will show up as stubbornness, rigidity, like someone might have very rigid beliefs or boundaries, even incapacity to understand new ideas or concepts, or they might show addiction to material security, being obsessed with money, or they might suffer with greediness, egotistic, hoarding tendencies, fear of change, boredom, feeling lethargic, unable to take action, constant illness or insomnia. Deficient energy at this level can also lead to inertia, panic, fear, constant tiredness, chronic disorganization, insecurity, depression, poor boundaries, confusion, both in space as well as mental confusion, phobias, and financial difficulties, as in lacking money. Unless this first center of consciousness, this chakra, is stabilized and harmonious, it is quite hard for the person to have a good health, well-being, and a sense of stability. This center is also considered to be the center of vitality. The very good news is that all of these aspects can be improved with perseverance and tenacity, and so through the power of initiative, this limitation can be transcended and transformed for better. There are postures in yoga called asanas that can help with the energization of this center, and once this center is properly awakened, energized, and harmonized, a sense of sound foundation and sturdy stability is achieved at the physical, mental, and emotional levels. This energization takes place through the process of occult resonance that I have explained in the previous podcast, and whereby the infinite energy of Mahamuladhara chakra, or the cosmic center of vitality, is transferred through the continuous awareness, attention, and certain physical postures into our own universe. In this way, we take what we lack from the infinite source of that energy, in the same way a radio will tune in the radio station that plays a certain song, and once tuned in, will absorb and be able to transmit that. This process of resonance allows us to absorb inside our inner universe these energies and to stabilize them, and thus to operate with them and influence our own lives for better. The person who is in this way harmonizing the first layer of the being and awakens this first level of consciousness in their being is afterwards able to enjoy wealth, material success, is able to control his or her vitality and grow in strength. When this center is well activated and balanced, the person enjoys a good emotional and mental health, because a balanced root chakra can provide emotional strength, like letting go of fear and anxiety, being able to have endurance, to persevere when we aim to reach a goal, and being able to stay focused and determined with the task at hand. Successful people have this center activated and awakened to a degree, as the perseverance, tenacity, determination, and a great vitality is very important in undertaking any project, in following long-term goals and seeing a dream materialize to its success. When this is very harmoniously activated, the person is able to support others, and even big communities can thrive around such person, as their strong foundation can support nurturing others too. When such person is overpowering, however, we can find restrictive rulers and so on. Another way to balance this center is by reconnecting with nature and even having or looking after a dog. Animals also have certain resonances that can be associated with chakras, and dogs are, through their nature, connected with the root chakra. You have probably heard of animal therapy, whereby certain illnesses can be treated with the help of animals, and this works in the same way. Another way is nature therapy, and this is one of the most available and effective ways of healing, not only the root chakra, but the entire whole being. When we spend a lot of time indoors, we lose our connection to nature and the earth, and the lack of exposure to nature can be physically and mentally draining. This can in turn create anxiety or lack of self-worth, and an imbalance that can be remedied when taking a walk, for example, barefoot in the grass. A simple exercise called rooting involves enjoying a spontaneous rejuvenation by having 5 to 10 minutes a day of walk on the earth. You find a piece of grass or some autumn leaves, and you just walk with the feet on those, or you can, if you live by the sea or the ocean, you can walk with the feet in the sand, listening to the waves of the ocean. The feel of the grass beneath your feet, if you choose to walk in the grass, and even better when the grass is freshly cut, you can take a smell of the fresh grass that has been cut, And this habit of being outdoors and the smells that are around, like the smell of the cut grass or the ocean breeze, the sound of the chirping birds, and the moment of solitude underneath the shade of a tree can easily bring back a state of inner peace and harmony. In conclusion, when Muladhara Chakra is awakened and energy is flowing freely, this brings positivity in all aspects of our lives. We feel alive, and a healthy and balanced root chakra creates a strong connection to our earthly instincts and to life itself. It improves our overall sense of hope and well-being and increases the sense of self-worth. And here are some beneficial positive affirmations that can help strengthen your connection with your first center and layer of consciousness. The first one, I enjoy the abundance of life and the miracles of every day. The second one, I'm grateful. I have everything that I need. I feel safe and secure. The third one, I'm open to all the beneficial possibilities of my life. The fourth one, I'm healthy, I'm rich, I'm abundant, I'm nurtured. The fifth one, I thrive and I love my life and I take care of my well-being. The sixth one, I enjoy looking after myself. I eat and rest well and I enjoy walking in nature. The seventh one, I'm ready to let go of everything that no longer serves me and I embrace life fully. The eighth one, I trust God and life will provide me with all that I need and I take all the actions necessary to bring forth and enjoy the abundance of my life. The ninth one, I'm healthy and I look after my body, soul, spirit and mind. And the 10th one, I can regenerate easily and I feel peaceful in silence. I feel peaceful in nature and in my own company. Thank you for your attention. If you'd like to know more, join our awesome community called Integral Being. Just go to facebook.com/groups/Integral Being. Alternatively, you can get hold of my free guide and relaxation audio on how to go from stressed to refreshed that can be found on integralstudies.co.uk. Thank you for listening to Integral Being Podcast, the voice of Integral Studies Academy.